Why is it that you can sit down to do something important, and within seconds you're doing something else without even deciding to? You didn't forget. You didn't change your goal. So what just took control? This isn't rare. It happens in very ordinary situations. You open your book, you open your laptop, you tell yourself, let's start, and then a small shift. Not dramatic, no clear reason, just enough to move you away from the task. That small shift is where procrastination actually happens. Most people try to fix this with better planning, or by pushing themselves harder, but neither touches the real issue. Because procrastination doesn't begin with delay, it begins earlier in how the task is experienced the moment you face it. Let's slow that moment down. Not the whole day, just the first few seconds. Not difficult, not impossible. Just slightly uncomfortable to enter. That's enough. The brain doesn't need a strong reason to avoid something. A small friction is enough to redirect attention. So instead of moving into the task, your focus slides somewhere easier, and you don't notice it as avoidance. You experience it as a natural shift. Right after that shift, something interesting happens. You tell yourself, I'll just check this for a second. It feels harmless, almost necessary, but that 1 second is rarely just 1 second, because once you step away from the task, the effort required to return increases. Now restarting feels slightly harder than before, so you delay again. While you're away, the task doesn't stay the same. It becomes less defined, less specific. Instead of, read this chapter, it becomes, I need to deal with this whole thing. And that version is harder to approach, so the mind keeps avoiding it, not because it's difficult, but because it now feels larger than it actually is. So procrastination isn't one big decision. It's a chain of very small ones, a slight resistance, a harmless detour, a task that slowly grows in your head, and by the time you notice, you're already out of it. People who don't struggle as much with this don't eliminate that first resistance. They move before it builds. They enter the task in a way that doesn't give the mind time to reshape it. Something immediate, something specific. Not work on it, just start one line, open one page, do one small piece. Before the hesitation turns into avoidance. Procrastination isn't about being undisciplined. It's about how quickly the mind reacts to small discomforts. If the first step feels unclear or slightly heavy, the mind steps away. If the first step feels concrete and minimal, the mind steps in. That's the difference. Once you see it this way, the problem becomes less vague. You're not trying to fix your entire behavior. You're adjusting a very specific moment, and that's something you can actually control. Procrastination pulls you away from action, but there's another pattern that does something different. It keeps you engaged, but stuck inside your own thoughts. In the next video, we'll break that down, why your brain won't stop overthinking,